Tov, everybody. Good morning and welcome back to Torah on the Trails. We are so excited to be outside today on this glorious, beautiful day in Milwaukee to feel the fresh air and to study Torah together in the best Beit Midrash, the best house of study I believe there is in the world, which is outside in nature. So we hope you'll come along on this journey and study some Torah with us this morning. Thank you.
Shiru Ladonai Kol haaretz Shiru Shiru Ladonai Shir Hadash. Sing unto God all the earth.
I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along on the earth a new song unto God. Let's hear you.
Shiru Ladonai Kol haaretz Shiru Shiru Ladonai Shir Hadash.
Shir Hadash. In this week's Torah portion and more, we learn that our ancestors were perfectionists in the way that they worshipped. They would want to make the most perfect sacrifices to God. And Torah even tells us that the sacrifices could not even have a blemish. They had to be absolutely perfect. And so we think about our own lives, and we know that many of us are similar to our ancestors because we too strive for perfection. But we also know that it's impossible to be perfect. I know, it's so sad. It's impossible to be perfect, and all of us are going to make mistakes. But what matters is that we do the best that we can. And hopefully our ancestors learned that it was what mattered was that they did the best that they could, and that God would appreciate their efforts and their goodness inside of them and their loving kindness that kind of came with those sacrifices. So we hope in our lives, when we are striving for perfection, that we could remember this lesson that yes, it's great to want to do our best, but to be proud of ourselves for our effort and our goodness. High five. High five! Yeah! And that sometimes that is what matters the most. Our Torah portion also talks a lot about holy time. It gives us a list of the calendar and all of the different festivals and celebrations. Now, I think this topic goes so nicely with this idea of perfection because many of us on the holidays especially feel like we have to get it perfect, right? That we want to make the best meal and we want everyone to feel like they had the best time, whether it's physical or it's virtual. However we're able to celebrate these days, we want to get it right and we want to get it perfect. But we know in our hearts that it's not always easy to have it exactly the way we planned. So I think one of our goals is when we are creating holy time to know that holy time does not mean perfect time. But hopefully it means that we are aware of the present moment and that we search for the goodness even when things are not absolutely perfect. And that is okay. And that is holy. So let's all strive to do that in our week ahead, that when things aren't going exactly according to plan, we still find the good and celebrate the imperfection. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Sing with us.
Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad.
Thank you so much for joining us on the trails for some Torah on the trails, and we hope that you get a chance to get outside in nature and enjoy this beautiful world. Have a wonderful day, and let's all say bye, bye, bye.
Isaac.
Bye bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye bye bye.
Isaac, bye bye bye. Can you wave?
It was good.